Best scene, Texas Shields by Kathryn L. Scurry. Interior, Sheriff Bennett's kitchen, night. Grace is putting the dishes away when Sheriff Bennett enters the kitchen. He watches she wraps Cecilia's favorite serving dish and puts it back in its place.
I see you watch your mother closely.
Hey, I didn't know you were standing there. Can I get you something to eat?
Sheriff Bennett sits down at the table.
I don't have much of an appetite.
You must eat something. What would you like?
Don't trouble yourself.
Oh, it's no trouble at all.
Grace begins preparing him a plate. He walks over to her and stops her.
It's okay, babe.
Grace sits the plate on the counter and begins to weep. He places his arms around her and hugs her tightly. Morgan enters.
What's going on? Is everything okay?
Yes, everything's fine.
Grace quickly wipes her eyes and smiles at Morgan.
I made Mom's famous lemon meringue pie. Would you like a slice?
Yeah, sure.
Morgan takes a seat at the table as Grace takes a saucer from the cupboard. She goes to the fridge and gets the pie and sits it on the counter, grabs a knife, and cuts a slice of pie and carefully puts it on the plate. She picks up the plate and grabs a fork and gives it to Morgan.
Just like Mom used to make.
As Grace smiles, Thomas enters the kitchen.
Honey, I'm going to put Emily to bed.
Okay, the room is ready.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Thomas leaves the kitchen.
I'm glad you guys are staying over tonight.
Me too. Where's Harriet?
I don't know. Last I saw her, she was heading out the door.
Charlotte enters the kitchen.
Charlotte, have you seen Harriet?
Not since earlier. I thought she was with you.
Grace takes out her cell phone and calls Harriet. It just goes straight to voicemail.
Harriet, this is Grace. Give me a call as soon as you get this.
Grace hangs up the phone with a confused look.
What in the world is going on with her?
I don't know, but she sure has been acting funny lately.
What do you mean?
The other day, I overheard her having a conversation with someone. They didn't sound too happy.
Did you hear what it was about?
No.
And you're just now saying something about this?
Whoa, Grace! Mom's funeral. Some things are more important.
Jesus Christ, Morgan.
All right, everyone. Just calm down. You know how your sister can be. If there's a problem, I trust she'll come to us with it. Now, if you ladies will excuse me, I'm going to go lay down.
Sheriff Bennett kisses them one by one and leaves out the kitchen. He goes up the steps to his bedroom.
When and if Harriet comes in, please come and get me. I'll be up for a while.
All right.
Grace leaves out of the kitchen.
Harriet has been acting weird lately.
I know. I just wish she would talk to us.
Newsflash. She's always been a little weird.
How would you know?
I might be the youngest, but I pay attention to all of you.
Oh, yeah. You're taking that criminal profile course.
Exactly. So I can tell you just about anything about yourself.
Okay, try it. Do me.
Are you sure about this, Morgan?
Yeah, come on. Do me.
All right.
Charlotte grabs a piece of paper, a pen, and sits back down at the table. She begins writing down things as Morgan tries to stoop. Charlotte snatches the paper away as if to hide it from Morgan.
Be patient. I'm gonna let you see it.
She continues to write on the paper as Morgan watches patiently.
Okay, I'm done. You're a very determined person. When you fail, you're extremely hard on yourself.
That's obvious.
You're very competitive.
Yeah. What else?
You tend to hide your true feelings. You say yes a lot when you really want to say no.
Wow. Now we're getting somewhere.
You have a side of you that no one has seen, not even Mom.
Morgan is shocked.
How did you know that?
The reason you're still a virgin and haven't dated a guy since college is because you haven't told Dad or Mom that you're a lesbian.
Is this some kind of joke?
Morgan tries to snatch the paper.
Just admit it. You're a lesbian.
But I'm not. I can't be.
Do you find yourself checking out women more than men?
What kind of question is that?
Why are you answering a question with a question?
I can't be gay. Am I?
I don't know.
Morgan and Charlotte hear the front door open and close. Harriet walks into the kitchen.
Where have you been?
I was out with some friends.
How come we've never met these so-called friends of yours?
Because my business is my business and your business is yours.
Really, Harriet? You know what? I don't have time for this. I'm going to bed.
Good night, Morgan.
Whatever, Harriet.
Morgan leaves the kitchen.
Really, Harriet?
Harriet mocks Charlotte.
Really, Harriet?
Charlotte looks at Harriet with a blank stare.
What?
Charlotte walks out of the kitchen, leaving Harriet alone at the table. She picks up the piece of paper and reads it.
Who the hell is a lesbian?
Grace enters the kitchen and grabs a cup from the cabinet. She opens the refrigerator and pours herself a glass of water and shuts the door.
So where have you been half the night?
Harriet looks at her watch.
Relax, Grace. It's only 15 minutes past midnight.
Grace takes a seat at the table.
So, are you going to answer my question?
Like I told Morgan and Charlotte, I was out with some
And
friends.
who are these friends, Harriet?
Friends, Grace! You know, people you meet and you become really close with over time.
Don't patronize me, Harriet. You know what I mean. Are you in trouble?
No, Grace.
Are you sure?
I don't have time for this. I'm tired. I just want to go lay down. We all had a long day. Good night, Grace.
So that's it?
That's it.
Harriet walks away from the table. She stops, turns around, and walks back towards Grace and leans over her shoulder.
While you're busy worrying about me, you might want to check and see which one of your sisters is turning into a lesbian.
Harriet double taps her on the shoulder and walks away. Grace looks at Harriet in shock. She looks at the piece of paper on the table and back at Harriet.